successful.
Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. They'll send the back in motion. The give to the fullback. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
The defense is playing a 3-4, so there's some natural bubbles up front. I think that's where this offense is trying to attack them with that fullback run. Nice job by the linebacker, though, getting him down.
And the Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gets the back moving. Give to the fullback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on the hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready. Ready, go. Go.
On the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running into the open space. He's brought down, but Stadium in Athens. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. And the Hokies ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Running inside, it's Allen. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keelan Russell. Got a man. It's Eakin. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Again, it's Russell. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And this defense talked about it all week. Don't give up the big play. Opening drive, they give up a go route to the wide receiver for 6. Not the way they wanted to start, but how about the offense? Being aggressive early in this football game, that's one of the keys to the game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sends it back in motion. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Picks up the first down. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Hokies have it with the 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Griffin. Makes the catch and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Looking for the 2-point try. They'll run it. It's Fletcher. He is stopped short. The 2-point conversion, no good, and they cannot take the lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Sanford Stadium in Athens. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Troy Trojans and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. And the Trojans will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the back. Got a little space. He breaks a tackle. Turning it on. Delivers the stiff arm. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Hokies will hustle to the line. Run it with the fullback. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Maybe a crease. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Slams ahead. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that two-point conversion attempt goes awry. He'll bring it back looking for help. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Marsh. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Wants to throw on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Give to the big fullback. Maybe some room here. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
The lost yardage leaves him with second and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Lost to fire on second down. Got a man. It's Harbor. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what...
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally. Okay, those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give them the ball, give them a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
The give to the big fullback. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Troy! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got enough for the 45, a big play for this offense.
And how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Sticks it in his belly. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, 1st down.
The Hokies have their offense in high gear. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got a lot of room to the right. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Trojans.
And that's one the quarterback would love to have back. At this point of the game, it's tight on the scoreboard. And if that guy's not open, nothing's there. You got to throw that thing away, or you got to tuck it and run, take a sack, live to play another down. That's a decision the quarterback wishes he had back.
Yeah, because
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Allen. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Steps away to find some room. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I think he does a really good job on this second down play of being very decisive, getting north-south, making the play, and now setting up a much better third down. That's a play we can continue to run even on third down right now.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Gets the back moving. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
Now on first down from the 43. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the wide receiver. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Griffin. Snags it, and there's running room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Fletcher. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. On the run, still looking. Here's a little room there. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. The give to the fullback. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
Defensively, the only time you really lock in on the fullback is 4th down and short, and you can tell they were dialed in. They knew he had to get a short many yards. They stuck their face in there, stuffed the big fullback, and didn't let him go anywhere.
first down. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Looking for his man. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. That's caught. It's Harbor. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Hokies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Big fullback's got it. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. They'll go to the fullback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Creates a little space. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, sound.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. There. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. The Hokies want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Finding an escape route. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. His head is spinning.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Runs through the tackle. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Now adjusting. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. On fourth down, looking to pass. At the 35, he's loose. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff to the fullback. And they get him down. On that play, if the running back doesn't see the hole where he's supposed to be, how important is it for him to at least try to stay on track a little bit?
Really important. Try to stay on track, get north-south, and that's fine if we only lose a yard or if we gain 2 yards, but let's not run backwards where now we start putting ourselves in a negative situation on the next down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. The Trojans use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hines is tight end. Could be an alley.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the fullback. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Trojans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the fullback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Well, that was just like trying to run through a traffic jam. No place for the big fella to go.
Yeah, that's the whole key, Reese. You can't let the big fella get some steam. So you got to stop him in his tracks right away. The only way you do that is with penetration up front.
Give to the fullback. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown, Troy! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Trojans win the answer.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And the extra point was good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Snap of the drive from the 25. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it? Tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Floating away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He leaves it with the back. There's a crease.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. They'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
He got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things.
Between the hedges, Sanford Stadium in Athens. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the Troy Trojans and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Good execution. They move the sticks and they've got it at the 33.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marsh. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Griffin. Takes the easy one to the back. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. One final play before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hokies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field, locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So Troy's offense, who will go to work for the 1st time in this one. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
There's some room. He's at the 40. At the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Keep it simple, stupid. The dive play. That's been in the football playbook since the beginning of time, and they just gashed them right up the middle of their defense.
Trying to run, it's Perry. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They've been running it, but now the pass. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And Yeah, trusting your quarterback in these situations is huge, and you could tell they trusted him, and he delivered right before the half, the chance to take the lead and take all the momentum.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top 10-9. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and that was almost much bigger. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Hokies headed quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Troy's head coach told me at the half, he is so frustrated with his defense right now. They've given up over 80 yards on the ground in that rushing attack. Known for their run game defense, they have got to be more stout at the line of scrimmage. The good news, they are running the ball well. The line of scrimmage has been dominant. He said, we've got to keep it going on offense and tighten things up defensively if we want to stay in this game. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Run it with the fullback. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Motion from the back. Using his legs. It's Owens. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. The Hokies look to keep this drive humming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Give to the big fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And now on second down for this offense. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Goes to the option. Pulls it on the option. Now the pitch. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. And the Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the big fullback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting a toss down.
And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
Well, it's too little too late, obviously, for this offense. You love to see your guys out there still competing, but the net result, zeros on the clock, you've lost the game. There's still a lot this offense has to work on moving forward.
Hokies headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. It in his belly. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. The give to the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Russell. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll send the back in motion. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line. But there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5.
These quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Running through contact. Touchdown, Hokies! A great catch and run for 6. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marsh. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The big fullback's got it. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit off.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Russell. Snags it, and he's open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Illinois. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that's why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after it, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. There he goes. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Hokies in the hurry-up. The option look. Knocked off his feet. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll go to the fullback.
And you can do a better job up front.
Offense staying on the field there in hurry-up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Might have a chance. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the run, it's Owens. At the 45, on his way. He's loose down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Russell. He uncorks one deep. Makes a grab on the shot. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Looking for an open area to his left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play, because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And
maybe a crease. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Throwing Russell. Might be looking to run. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
Just when you thought the fullback position was extinct in college football, how about that run by the big fella? Wow.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Running the red zone, it's Pringle. Stomped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Illini!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Here comes the two-point try.
Hey, easy, man, 28, higher.
Russell. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. It's Fletcher. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gets the back moving. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He's out past the 35. Maybe some room here. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the grab in their space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
And you got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Sends it back in motion. Now on the option. Keeps it on the option. Rides to back and leaves it. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Going to the run, it's Jackson. Shakes off the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Got it behind the line. It's Fletcher. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Keelan Russell. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
Like, you always want to finish halves with a bang, right? Like, get some momentum, keep some momentum, and they did just that. They put the long drive together to score right here and completely change the way this game looks, Jesse, going into the half.
Yeah, and you just saw a sense of urgency, too, on offense on that last drive, right? And give the coaching staff credit, too. I think they did a good job of really explaining the situation and the opportunity ahead of them. We can score here at the end of the half, take the lead, and we're going to get the ball back first in the second half to extend that lead. Really, really good awareness.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fullback's got it. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Now the Illini calling a timeout there first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing Russell. He wants to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Russell. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.
it.